Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the motion of molecules. In the previous class I had told you what is a molecule. I have told that molecule is the smallest particle that possesses all the properties of that substance. So today we are going to discuss about the motion of molecules. Motion means movement. So molecules, they are always in motion. This movement of molecule is random, means there is no any particular direction. The molecules, they can move in any direction. They can move left, right, up or down. So there is no any particular direction of their movement. So that is why their motion of molecule, it is called Brownian motion. The motion of molecule is called Brownian motion. Next we are going to discuss about the particle arrangement in solid, liquids and gases. Particle arrangement means the arrangement of molecules. How different kind of molecules they are arranged in solid, liquids and gases. So we will understand it with the help of a diagram. Just see the diagram of solid. You can see a diagram. This diagram, there is a container and this container is a solid container. Now you can see the molecules, they are very closely packed. These are the molecules, so they are very closely packed. There is very less space between these molecules. So in solids, the particles, they are tightly packed. The force of attraction between the molecules of solid is very high. That is why solids, they are hard and they have definite shape and volume. Moving on to liquids. In liquids, the molecules, they are not so tightly packed. You can just see in solid, the molecules, they are very tightly packed. But in liquids, the molecules, they are not so tightly packed. They are less tightly packed as compared to solids. So that is why liquids, they can flow. They can flow from one place to another. Why? Because the molecules, they are not so tightly packed. And liquids, that's why they have a definite volume, but they don't have the shape. They don't have a definite shape. Moving on to gases. The molecules of gases, they have a large space between them. You can see the figure. There is a large space between the molecules of a gas. So that is why the smell of gas you can feel from a distance, because the molecules, they have a large space between them. So this is the particle arrangement. This is the arrangement of molecules in solid, liquids and gases. So see the properties of solids. Difference between solid, liquid and gases we are going to discuss. In solids, the particles, they are very tightly packed, as you can see in the picture. In the liquids, the particles, they are not so tightly packed, again you can see in the picture. And in gases, the particles have huge space between them. So is it clear? There is a huge space between the particles. The molecules, they have huge space between them. The next difference between solid, liquid and gases is the force of attraction is very high in solids. In solids, the molecules, they have a great force of attraction between them. In liquids, the force of attraction is less as compared to solids. And in gases, there is very less force of attraction. So gases, they can move very freely. They can move from one place to another. Now our next topic is miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. Liquids, they can be of two types, miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. So what are miscible liquids? Liquids that can mix with each other, they are called miscible liquids. Like water and alcohol, they can mix with each other, so they are miscible liquids. Again, the cold drink and water, they can mix with each other, they are miscible liquids. Again, you can mix water and milk, they are miscible liquids. So what are immiscible liquids? Immiscible liquids are the liquids that do not dissolve in water, like oil and water. Oil, it doesn't get mixed with water. So this is an example of immiscible liquids. So difference is clear between miscible liquid and immiscible liquid. Miscible liquids are the liquids that can mix with each other, but immiscible liquids, they are the liquids that do not dissolve in water, or they do not get mixed with each other. Next we are going to study about changes in state of matter. So matter, it can change its form from one state to another. Solid, it can turn to liquid, liquid can turn into gas. So the change in state of matter, they are of two type of changes are there. One is the physical change and the other is the chemical change. Two kind of changes are there, physical change and chemical change. Now what is physical change? Physical change is a change which is mostly reversible. Physical change is reversible, means the change, it can be reversed back, and these changes, they are also temporary, and no new substance is formed in a physical change, right? Like melting of ice cream. Melting of ice cream is a physical change, because when we keep that melted ice again in the freezer, it will again turn into ice. So melting of ice is a physical change, because this change is reversible. We can reverse back the change, and again it is temporary, it is time being, and no new substance is formed, because when ice, it melts, water is formed, and water, when again frozen, it changes into ice. So no new substance is formed here. So this is a physical change. Now what is chemical changes? Chemical changes are irreversible. Irreversible means we can't change it back. We cannot get back the original substance. For example, burning of paper. Burning of paper is a chemical change. Why it is a chemical change? Because when paper is burnt, it changes into ash, and from ash we can't get back the paper. So it is a irreversible change, and it is a permanent change. We can't change it back. It's a permanent change, it's not temporary. And a new substance is formed. In a chemical change, a new substance is formed. So these are the properties of physical change and chemical change. So that is all with this chapter. We will discuss about it in the next unit. Thank you.